and what you're doing now, I think, you correct me if I'm wrong, but a big part of what you're doing is providing an education piece in the financial services sector. Is that correct?
So when I teach, it's been leadership and organizational development at
Right.
UCCS. My firm now at 18 Sierra Financial will do private business lending.
Right.
Yep. We'll get into some equity, meaning that we'll come in and maybe acquire a business or acquire
okay.
a portion of their business, but that's very rare. We
Right.
try and stay on the debt side of the house.
Okay.
So either myself or some partner lenders will come in and do the loan when maybe a bank can't do it.
Sure.
And we first got started in COVID. Are you familiar with Red Leg Brewing?
I am.
Yeah, so Red Leg, I got to know Todd Baldwin, the owner over there. Good guy. He's got a strong business, good head on his shoulders. He had trouble getting a loan.
Were you the guy he got the $1 million from
Yeah.
to start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he contacted me and said, "Hey, can you help me
Okay.
out?" And I was like, "I don't know, maybe."
Yeah, Todd came on our program and
Oh, did he?
was telling us all about it, how he
nice.
just kind of, he just went for it. I mean, you want to talk about guts.
Yeah, he's got a lot of guts, and I
Yeah.
have a lot of respect for the guy for doing that.
And his setup over there is so cool.
It is really neat.
It's
isn't it?
fun, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a good thing going, and he should keep it going. I think he's a role model for a lot of young business owners
Yeah.
and entrepreneurs in the community. So he called me, and I got my family and 2 other families engaged. So we put together $1 million line of credit for him for 3 years. Just paid it off, by the way, in
Fantastic. Wow.
a year. Yeah.
Wow.
So that was the first deal, and I didn't intend on going this route, but
Yeah.
after it happened, I started getting more phone calls. Hey, can you help? Can you do this? So I launched my firm, 18 Sierra Financial, late last
Right.
year, and then started getting into commercial real estate, equipment lending, SBA that I can work with some preferred partners on because you have to be
Right.
qualified to do an SBA loan.
Yeah.
Unsecured lending or asset-based lending, and then I can help just navigate the financial waters for an entrepreneur or business owner. That's my education, and I'm really strong at it. I came from the publicly traded firm where I did some of that work, so just know it very well. But my goal is let's help business owners achieve their goals, and you need money to do so. And right
Right.
now the cost of debt is cheap
Yeah.
for now.
Right.
Interest rates are going up, so careful. But cost of debt is still cheaper than the cost of equity. And what that means is it's easier to finance your company through debt
Sure.
than through the money that you make in your own company.
That's true. And let's just, I know we're probably getting close on time, but because time always catches up. Anytime I'm getting like, okay, let's get this just got real interesting. When we talk about you do that economics overlay, and you're talking about money being cheap right now, and it may stay cheap, but if you were to finance something at this point in time to allow allow a business, for instance, to go ahead and expand or, get into a capital investment with inflation being what it is, the locking in that price now, even if the interest rate is marginally higher here in the, say next 6 months or what have you, is still going to be a better deal for a small business owner than waiting, saving,
Yep.
as the money that they're bringing into their firm or into the business is devalued.
Yep. Yeah, and I'd say along with that, most loans you can refinance. Most business loans you can refinance. Now, though, I would just anybody listening double check to make sure that on prepayment penalties
Okay.
and how long they are. So if you lock
Yeah.
something in, am I locked in for 10 years? You
Right.
shouldn't be. Now, commercial real estate typically only goes up to 5
5,
years.
that's what ours is on our commercial building.
So, but that's on maybe a 30-year fixed. If it's a short-term loan, typically the prepayment penalties are a little shorter in duration. So just something to be cognizant and wary of, as well as any origination fees that might pop up. Typically, you might see them in distressed equipment or distressed debt, but a little bit different market than some folks might be in. I think interest rates will go up this year. I think it's wiser to lock in now.
Right.
If you're on an SBA 7A and you have a variable rate, I would highly recommend looking elsewhere and getting something fixed.
Getting something fixed.
Yep.